You can still smell him! Kill him!
The blinded serpent swayed, confused, still deadly. Fox was circling its head, peeping his eerie song, jabbing here and there at its scaly nose as the blood poured from its ruined eyes.
Help me, someone, anyone!
Harry muttered wildly. The snake's tail whipped across the floor again. Harry ducked. Something soft hit his face. The basilisk had swept the sword he had into Harry's arms. He seized it. It was all he had left, his only chance. He rammed it onto his head and threw himself flat onto the floor as the basilisk tail swung over him.
Help me,
Harry thought, his eyes screwed tight under the hat.
please, help me.
There was no answering voice. Instead, the hat contracted as though an invisible hand was squeezing it very tightly. Something very hard and heavy thudded onto the top of Harry's head, almost knocking him out. Stars winking in front of his eyes, he grabbed the top of the hat and pulled it off and felt something long and hard beneath it. A gleaming silver sword had appeared inside the hat, its handle glittering with rubies the size of eggs.
Kill the boy! Leave the bird! The boy is behind you! Sniff! Smell him!
Harry was on his feet, ready. The basilisk head was falling, its body coiling around, hitting pillars as it twisted to face him. He could see the vast bloody eye sockets, see the mouth stretching wide enough to swallow him whole, lined with fangs long as his sword, thin, glittering, venomous. It lunged blindly. Harry dodged and it hit the chamber wall. It lunged again and its forked tongue lashed Harry's side. He raised the sword in both his hands. The basilisk lunged again, and this time its aim was true. Harry threw his whole weight behind the sword and drove it to the hilt into the roof of the serpent's mouth. But as warm blood drenched Harry's arms, he felt a searing pain just above his elbow. One long, poisonous fang was sinking deeper and deeper into his arm, and it splintered as the basilisk keeled over sideways and fell, twitching to the floor. Harry slid down the wall. He gripped the fang that was spreading poison through his body and wrenched it out of his arm. But he knew it was too late. White, hot pain was spreading slowly and steadily from the wound. Even as he dropped the fang and watched his own blood soaking his robes, his vision went foggy. The chamber was dissolving in a whirl of dark color. A patch of scarlet swam past, and Harry heard a soft clatter of claws beside him.
Fox. You were fantastic, Fox.
He felt the bird lay its beautiful head on the spot where the serpent's fang had pierced him. He could hear echoing footsteps, and then a dark shadow moved in front of him. "You're dead, Harry Potter. Dead, even Dumbledore's bear knows it. Do you see what he's doing, Potter? He's crying. Harry blinked. Fox's head slid in and out of focus. Thick, pearly tears were trickling down the glossy feathers. I'm going to sit here and watch you die, Harry Potter. Take your time. I'm in no hurry. Harry felt drowsy. Everything around him seemed to be spinning. So ends the famous Harry Potter, alone in the Chamber of Secrets, forsaken by his friends, defeated at last by the Dark Lord he so unwisely challenged. But you'll be back with your dear mudblood mother soon, Harry. She bought you 12 years of borrowed time, but Lord Voldemort got you in the end, as you knew he must. If this is dying, thought Harry, it's not so bad. Even the pain was leaving him. But was this dying? Instead of going black, the chamber seemed to be coming back into focus. Harry gave his head a little shake, and there was Fox, still resting his head on Harry's arm. A pearly patch of tears was shining all around the wound, except that there was no wound. Riddle suddenly said, "Get away, Bear. Get away from him. I said, get away!" Harry raised his head. Riddle was pointing Harry's wand at Fox. There was a bang like a gun, and Fox took flight again in a whirl of gold and scarlet. Phoenix tears, said Riddle, staring at Harry's arm. Of course. Healing powers. I forgot. He looked into Harry's face, but it makes no difference. In fact, I prefer it this way. Just you and me, Harry Potter. You and me. He raised the wand. Then, in a rush of wings, Fox had soared back overhead and something fell into Harry's lap. The diary! For a split second, both Harry and Riddle, wands still raised, stared at it. Then, without thinking, without considering, as though he had meant to do it all along, Harry seized the basilisk fang on the floor next to him and plunged it straight into the heart of the book. There was a long, dreadful, piercing scream. Ink sputtered out of the diary in torrents, streaming over Harry's hands, flooding the floor. Riddle was writhing and twisting, screaming and falling, and then